एक भगवत गीता देना, एक भगवत गीता।
Jai Once.
Yeah.
So, he met at the Patel brothers.
Yeah,
Right?
I remember.
He met, right?
Yeah.
He worked with Mayuri. Is it?
So I know Mayuri.
Oh, okay. Means you are in the same OSU, right?
Yeah, so we are in the same department.
Same department.
Yeah.
That's what I
I'm
You're from Mathura.
yeah, this is my wife Preeti,
Hare Krishna.
and he's our son
If
Rayans.
you're not comfortable, you can sit on
Yeah.
the chair also.
No, we are comfortable, very much comfortable.
Rayansh.
Yeah,
That is one of Krishna's name, I think. No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lord Vishnu.
Yeah?
Lord.
Punch means part.
No, Rayansh, you said. right?
Actually, his name is like first ray of sun.
It's not R, it's
R.
R-E-Y.
Yeah, I know. Rayansh, yeah.
Yes.
So, and his other name of Lord Vishnu.
Vishnu.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Very much. So you're from a very holy place, Mathura.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Mathura. I'm from Mathura. She's from Varanasi.
Varanasi, another holy place. Banaras.
It's Kasi Mathura.
Beautiful.
And you? Both.
I was thinking we can go up with a quick round of introduction with everyone,
Yeah.
and we can get Krishna also already started, but with your
Yeah.
name, we can talk about 4 things: your name, family, occupation, and any special interests. And
Then they introduced in my company, they said, something that nobody knows about you. Tell something then. You can tell something. Fun facts.
Yeah, my name is Srikant Reddy. I'm from Hyderabad, Warangal, Telangana state.
Good.
Currently working as software engineer in Metronics, Minneapolis location.
nice.
Minneapolis. You work remotely?
Yeah.
You're moving to Minneapolis?
No, currently working. My friend is here, so I moved here.
Pawan, right?
No,
Okay,
other
okay.
friend.
Different from
But after COVID, you will move there, is it?
Might be.
Okay.
But so far 6 months here only.
Nice.
And where do you work from?
Remote currently.
Right, now which company?
Metronics.
Electronics.
Electronics.
Healthcare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I work with Cardinal. And what are you? Any special interests that you have
Especially
outside job?
outside job, Hinduism, Hindutva,
Hindu, following Hindu philosophy.
BJP follower kind of stuff. And spirituality,
Nice.
yoga, meditation kind of stuff.
Very nice.
I do follow art of living, Sri Ravi Shankarji.
Sure. Very nice.
My name is Preeti, and I'm from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, but I got married in Mathura, so I'm currently my place is Mathura, and I'm working for OSU Vaccine Medical Center as a medical coder. I'm working with the doctors in the healthcare sector, and my special interest is the only one because I'm a devotee of Lord Krishna,
Nice.
and I'm very much strong believer in him. So everything starts from him, everything ends from him. So
Very nice.
that's the only thing.
Very nice.
So I'm Krishna, not Lord Krishna. But I think I'm part of it.
Of
So
course.
I'm Krishna Sharma, and I did PhD in pharmaceutical science, in drug discovery, in National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education Research in Mohali. So it's kind of very drug discovery intensive research oriented program. So in doctorate, and right now I'm doing research research in School of Pharmacy in Ohio State University. And basically I'm working on this cancer therapeutics and all that. Other than this, I just explore religion, especially various part of Hinduism, and read literature and try to understand how we as a living being try to understand various aspects of Hinduism and try to read as much as I can.
Very nice.
Try to link between science and spirituality on the one aspect, because they are same. If we don't understand correctly, then we feel that religion is different and science is different, and I don't think so. They are different.
Yeah.
That's very much it.
Yeah. Very nice. And Rayansh is 2-year-old,
He's 2.5.
2.5 now.
Yeah.
He's going to be 3 in July.
Oh, which
and
date?
His name is This coming 24th July.
Okay.
So previously we are in Kansas. He born in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
and he's going to daycare and he learns so many things. He knows alphabets, he knows numbers, 1 to 10, and he's very mischievous, and he's running all over, all around, and just give me like 30 minutes and then he starts, maybe he can start again today. So, and he's the
Yeah?
only, yeah.
But he cannot pronounce his name.
No. It's
Yeah,
perfectly
but
fine.
everybody call him in here in United States in daycare like Ray.
Mm.
So he knows his name Ray.
Ray.
Right.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. Yeah, I can go next maybe. My name is Akshay, and I work at Cardinal as a senior finance manager. And about my family, I have a 7-year-old son. His birthday is also in July.
Oh.
So yeah, and as far my interests, I like traveling. I like meeting new people, and also I like telling people, as much as as little as I know about Krishna and whatever philosophy we follow. So that it kind of helps everyone as much as I have learned. So thank you.
You didn't tell your initiative.
Nah, that's my initiative name, Akshay Krishna Das.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
So my name is Sukadevananda Das. So I've been here in Columbus now since 97. And actually married to Anjana, she's my wife, and she's not here today. We don't have kids as such. Other than that, I work for the state of Ohio for Department of Jobs and Family Services and Business Relationship Management. So other than that, like Prabhuji said, I'm also trying to understand what devotion is and what bhakti is, and try to associate with devotees, like we're doing today. I think that gives me more energy and impetus to learn more about what is spirituality and what is that, how we can practice it. So I'm happy to meet all of you today. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm Darpan Verma, and I'm a PhD scholar at Ohio State in Material Science Department. And then I got introduced with Sindhu Prabhu in 2019 when I came to Columbus. Before that, I was in Cincinnati. I was doing my master's there. So yeah, I was interested in knowing what is the purpose of life, why are we living, and why are we working so hard every day, and we are gonna die in few like 70-80 years. So what is the purpose, real purpose of life? And that's how I got introduced to Sindhu Prabhu and started hearing his kathas, lectures, and got a real purpose now. So it's very nice and enthusiasm. Like I get very enthusiastic when I hear him. That's why I'm recording also today. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Very good.
I'm Naeem Sharif, faculty member in the Computer Science Department at OSU. What do I like? I like traveling to scenic places. I like nature and getting away from people. I feel I'm closer. For some reason, I feel like I'm closer to Krishna when I'm not around people. But because I think I enjoy the creation, so there's a lot of beauty there. So I like to see the beauty that's been created.
And we're trying to get away from people, but so many people are coming towards you. Thank you so much. Sorry, Prabhu. Please go.
My name is Prema Sindhu Das, and so I'm a technical consultant in different wherever I get jobs I work. So I've been involved with Krishna consciousness long time, since 1989. First time I met the devotees in 1989. So I like the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, and so I'm just trying to share whatever I've learned with others. Besides that, we have like we do chanting in the morning, we read Bhagavatam every day, in the evening we read something. So that's my life. I don't do much besides work and Krishna consciousness. That's it.
That's the best. way to engage yourself.
So we are done, right?
Yeah, we're good with that, and I think we already did Kirtan, so do you think we can go to that Namamrit section if you think we okay?
Yeah.
You can use mic for this.
Okay. This is a different format. It's saying that I'll read on the
Oh, we'll read on the computer.
project on that.
Okay.
You can try this. So please come here a little bit ahead. So
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sure.
Okay, Baba. You can press the projection starts.
No, how did this come?
Move that towards the screen.
Just like this. Not now. When the projection starts.
Prabhuji is, I think, starting that. So you want me to move that towards the screen? How do you want?
I think
From here itself we can do like this.
This one. Hare Krishna. Used to put it like
Change that source to
Are you okay? Are you okay?
no, it's okay, so I'll go to my should we
you can zoom a little bit. So we're going to read from Sri Namamrit, and we all can take turns to read one paragraph. I don't know how kind of is it visible to everyone, and if we can just take quick turns. This is a small passage on the nectar of the holy name, and anybody can go first.
So I can start.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
So Sri Namamrit. So this ISKCON society is based on the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. So this is describing a little bit about the chanting of the holy name. By performance of Sankirtan Yagna, the congregation chanting of the holy name, congregational chanting of the holy name, people will be happy, economically, politically, socially, religiously and culturally. So Sankirtan means together, we come together and do a yagna. Yagna means this yagna, usually there is a havan and then there's a, we do the mantra and the fire. But this is a different yagna. This is called Sankirtan yagna, which is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. So by doing that, it is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, we will be happy economically, politically, socially, religiously and culturally. Okay. Anybody else? Should I continue or how does, do you want to rotate or?
You can just maybe go in circle if that's
You
okay.
want to read one paragraph?
Which way are we?
Name you can read.
Yagna must be performed, for otherwise people will be entangled in sinful activities and will suffer immensely. Therefore, the Krishna consciousness movement has taken charge of introducing the chanting of Hare Krishna all over the world.
Okay.
So maybe you can explain also a little bit.
Maybe Prabhuji can give a brief synopsis.
Brief synopsis.
Afterwards.
Okay, after.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
This
Okay, you are please.
You-
Mani, please.
This Hare Krishna movement is also yagna. but without the difficulties involved in securing paraphernalia and qualified brahmanas.
So should I?
Next.
So this congregational chanting can be performed anywhere and everywhere, as we know. So if people somehow or some other assembles together and are introduced to the chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, all the purpose of yajna will be fulfilled.
Thank you.
So I think this is what we are doing here.
Yep.
We are chanting it, and this is kind of yajna.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, who will read next?
You will do?
Shri-
The first purpose is that there must be sufficient rain, or without rain there cannot be any produce. Annat bhavantu bhutani parjanyat anna sambhava. All our necessities can be produced simply by rainfall. Kamam varvasa parjayantu. And the earth is the original source of all necessities. Sarva kama durga mahi.
You go for
Then the earth will certainly produce all the necessities of life, and people will be happy economically, politically, socially, religiously, and culturally. Everything will be in proper order.
So how much we should read? Just 12 things maybe?
No, so actually this part is finished now.
Okay.
I think, yeah, page 1 is that. So maybe probably you can provide a brief summary of.
Yeah. So.
You can speak in mic, Prabhu.
So what we read is that the holy name, by chanting the holy name, all the necessities of life will be supplied. Like when you do yajna, because of the yajna, the rains come. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. And because of the rains, the grains, annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhava. Anna means grains. Anna is sambhava, it is possible, because parjanyat. And how does the rain come? Rain comes from the performance of yajna. So, by chanting the holy name, if everybody takes to the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, now sometimes people say, oh, you have Krishna name, we are Muslims, we chant Allah. Okay, you chant your name, whatever, but chant some names of God. God has many names. God is not Hindu, Muslim or Christian. God is only one for everybody. Just like sun is one for everybody. God is one for everybody. We have said, oh, this is Hindu God, this is Muslim God, but there is just sun, just like sun is one for everybody, God is also one for everybody. So Krishna is the name of God, and he has many names. So by chanting these names, then what will happen? Our papa, the pap karma that we have done in this life and our previous life, we don't know, right? Sometimes we get misery because of our papa. That papa will be destroyed by this chanting of the holy name. It is so powerful. We may think it is exaggeration, this is too much exaggeration. But if we chant every day, then we will see, yes, my life will become very good. Okay, then what it says is that everything will be supplied, all the necessities of life. Generally in a yajna, you have to gather so much paraphernalia, like you have to call the brahmanas, you have to get the ghee, you have to do so many different things, and right now we cannot do that kind of yajna. It is not possible because generally there are no qualified brahmanas in this age, and the ingredients are not pure. If the brahmanas don't chant the mantra properly, it will have opposite result. Like in Bhagavatam, there is a pastime about this. One person chanted the mantra, little short A and a long A, he chanted it differently. And he got the opposite result of what he wanted. So where do we have qualified brahmanas in this age? There is no qualified brahmanas. There is no pure ingredients. Earlier brahmanas could light a fire by chanting mantras. They don't have to go and ignite the fire. By the power of their chanting, they could light fire. Where do we have such brahmanas?
Even a few, like 100 years back, right? Tansen could sing raga and light fire.
Yeah. So we don't have this. So for this age, it is simplified for us, and that is simply the chanting of the names of the Lord. In the chanting of the holy names of the Lord, there are no all these technicalities concerned, and we get a higher result also quickly because the holy name of the Lord. So that is what it is said. So there is a verse: Kriteya dhyayato Vishnu, Tretayam jajato makhai, Dvapare paricharyayam, Kalau tadhari kirtana. In Satya Yuga, there are 4 cycles, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. What was achieved in Satya Yuga by meditation and what was achieved in Treta Yuga by performance of elaborate yagnas, what was achieved in Dwapar Yuga by performance of deity worship, temple deity worship, very elaborate, can be all achieved simply in this age by the chanting of the holy name. So we can get all the benefits by chanting the holy name. Prabhupada, he came. Prabhupada is our founder of the International Society for Krishna.
Yeah, actually,
His sister is there.
if somebody don't know, there's a very nice movie on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I watch it, so I think I like it.
Yeah.
It is a series of his name.
Not series, like just one movie. I
Hare
guess.
Krishna,
Hare
the
Krishna, the movement.
and the
Yeah.
Swami and
Hare Krishna,
the
Yeah,
movie.
it's on
Swami, the
Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful movie.
If somebody don't know, they can watch that.
Yeah.
How he established and
Learn more about Prabhupada.
Correct.
That's how I learned.
No, you already know so much then.
And then the other serial that you were talking about, that's Abhay Charan. That's
yeah, that's a
That's
serial.
serial.
I have seen that.
Oh wow.
you have seen that? Yeah, that's really amazing.
Yeah, that's why we know about.
Very nice.
In my school days, we have RSS. Sometimes we do have satsang gathering with RSS. That is happening in the ISKCON temple nearby my school in Warangal. Mulugu, there is a ISKCON temple. I saw Prabhupada statue, chantings and everything. This is in my 5th class. I know everything in the organization.
So Prabhupada has entered all of their tribes already.
So Prabhupada, there is a nice biography of Prabhupada.
So actually,
Yeah, it's a 7-volume book, very beautiful. If you want to get, we can give you one. But it's a very wonderful biography of Prabhupada. It's called Lilamrita. And it describes his journey right from he started. And he came with no money.
I know.
And no money. He had 40 rupees, they say. But some people say he even gave that before he came.
Yeah.
And he did not have any dollars, nothing. He came just with Bhagavatam. And he chanted Hare Krishna, and temples came about, from this. Simply the chanting. Because of his purity in chanting, he attracted so many people. And so many temples we have, it's a big movement now. So from chanting, everything will come. We should have this faith. Just like from a seed, a big tree will manifest. So this name of Krishna, everything will come from this chanting of the holy name. So it's a practice, just as we take a bath every day in the morning, hopefully. We take a bath every day. Of course, maybe twice a day sometimes. So we have to bathe our consciousness also in the chanting of the holy names of Krishna. And because our consciousness becomes dirty, just like as our body becomes dirty, our consciousness also becomes dirty. How it becomes dirty? Dirty consciousness means no attraction to God, no attraction for hearing about Him, all other attraction for all the Disney World and all these things. And why it is bad attraction? Because that keeps you in the cycle of birth and death, and you get birth, death, old age and disease. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. You keep going, rotating. You get different kinds of problems, coronavirus, cancer, and all these different kinds, and we keep rotating in the cycle of birth and death. Whereas this is not our home. Our home is in the spiritual world. So to purify the consciousness, every day we every day we should chant the holy name, just as we take bath every day. And especially for this age, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is recommended. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So if we chant this, and what is the best proof? Proof is the experience that you get from chanting. Everything life is all about experience. We have come to the US, hearing the glories of US, So we came to US. Right? We got this nice house to have some experience that okay, it's a nice house, we should live. We buy a nice car, we change our job, we want more money, we start a family. Everything in life we want an experience. So this is spiritual experience. When you chant Hare Krishna, you get a spiritual experience. And to get a good experience, you have to chant every day. Then after some time, you will start experiencing the taste. Immediately, we may not feel that much experience, but slowly and gradually when we chant, so it is called sadhana bhakti. Okay, so.
So I think, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening us on this topic. And again, I would just say there are two ways of carrying out this process. One, as we did, you sing the Lord's names, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and we sang together. The other thing is you can do your private chanting on your own beats. So we all practice that, right? And Prabhuji can tell us a little more about it. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we have time for it today, but
Yeah, I can show you beads. So we have these beads on which we chant. It is just to count. Otherwise, chanting can be done anytime. But on the beads, this is called japa, jap and kirtan. There are two ways of chanting. So these are 108 beads, and I'm sure everybody has seen in India. It's not like me. So, right. So this is called Krishna bead, and we start chanting from one side. And there are 108 gopis, principal gopis of Krishna, or 108 Upanishads. So we have 108 beads, and we chant between our middle finger and our thumb. We hold the bead and we rotate the bead and say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And what are you supposed to think of when you chant? Huh? Yeah, you are supposed to chant and hear. We are supposed to chant and we are supposed to hear the sound. Yes.
Prabhu, Ankit was having one question about the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He was asking me while I was coming back here that, Mama, why we are doing only 16 rounds? Like, is there any specific reason why we do that? So I said you can ask the question. So he is not asking. So you can explain.
So this is one round. Once we go around, so he's asking why do we do 16 rounds?
16 rounds.
One round takes about 10 minutes in the beginning, or 8 minutes when you have. So 16 rounds means 16 times 8, that is about 2 hours, 128 minutes. About 2 hours we chant every day. So why our Guru Prabhupada has prescribed 16 rounds, we should chant 16 rounds. So he's asking why 16 rounds. So it's like you go to a doctor and he gives you a dosage of medicine, right? He says to take 2 tablets every day after meal. So Prabhupada is a doctor and he is prescribing us a diet. Diet means only Krishna Prasad. You have to take only Krishna Prasad. Don't take anything else. Take Krishna Prasad and chant 16 rounds. This will cure our disease. But you may say, well, I cannot chant 16 rounds because that is too much. 2 hours every day is too much. Okay, then take half dosage. Start 8 rounds. If you can't do half, do 1/4. But start somewhere, at least one round. Start somewhere. And then gradually increase the dosage to 16. And you can, some medicines, if you overdose, it will have a bad effect. But the more you overdose on Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the more nicer effect you will have. So you can't overdose on this medicine. This is the medicine. So we chant. Because Prabhupada has fixed the number. You don't ask doctor, why only 2 tablets? Why not 1 tablet? Because he knows what is your disease and he knows exactly how it should be. So similarly, Prabhupada, the Guru knows what is our problem. So he said 16 rounds. First he started 64 rounds. He said 64 rounds. Devotees are thinking 64 rounds, what are we? Are we going to day whole day chant? Then we can't do anything. Then he said, okay, 32 rounds. 32 rounds means 4 hours. No, 32 rounds. Okay, 16, no less. He said 16, no less than 16. So morning time is good time to chant. If you Brahma Muhurat, you get up early in the morning and you chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And to remain inspired in chanting, you have to read the scriptures. So we have Bhagavad Gita. You read the scriptures, you associate with devotees, then you will have encouragement in chanting. Otherwise, it will, like the balloon, all the air will go out. Initially, the balloon is very, inflated, but after some time, the balloon, the air goes down, and you become so like that. So there are five things Rupa Goswami says are very important. Rupa Goswami, one of our acharyas, he says there are five things that are very important. Nam, Dham, DT, devotee, Nam, Dham, Bhagavatam. This is how you remember. DT, devotee, Nam, Dham, Bhagavatam. DT, devotee, Nam, Dham, Bhagavatam. DT, worshipping the DT. That's very important. If you don't have DT in your home, you can take a picture of the DT and offer your food to Krishna every day. The DT worship. So put some flower, something like that. DT. Then devotee. Associate with devotees. Then Nam. Nam means chant the holy name. Dham. Live in a holy dham like Mathura, Vrindavan. But we are in Columbus. So make your home like a temple. Make your home like a temple. And read the Bhagavatam. DT, devotee, Nam, Dham, Bhagavatam. So if you do this, at least one, the most important is Nam. So we have to do the Nam. Of course, the most important is devotee. Because if you have devotee association, then in the devotee association, you will do chanting, you will read the Bhagavatam, and you will remain inspired. So these are the five things.
And wherever there will be a Nam, your house will be like a Vrindavan, right? More Nam Sankirtan we do, the more it will be beautiful. And you feel like, these days we cannot go to Dham because of the coronavirus, right? So always don't limit yourself to 16 rounds. Just try your best. Don't even, after 16 rounds, just stop counting and you will see. And you can even see your progress. Like the more you do it, it means you are basically going very fast in the spiritual world, because you will develop automatically a taste that is so beautiful that all of your life you will see that is all useless. But my thing is, my Nam is something.
Real well.
We see Mataji getting up at 3:30 in the morning.
Okay,
So thank you, Prabhuji. I think maybe we'll have to move a little fast so that we can cover everything. I don't know if anybody is interested in getting the beads. If they're interested, just
You have? You want one?
and
Should we do little half round?
we can do maybe 10-20 times or whatever, Prabhuji.
You want that, yeah.
So
And
we
again-
chant for a little bit or?
Yeah, we can chant a few.
We did kirtan, so now we can do some japa.
Again, there are no hard and fast rules in chanting, so somebody may think, okay, I'm doing something else, or I am not pure, and all those things. This name itself will take care of everything.
Should I give you?
And we can maybe practice here a little bit, Prabhuji can
Yeah,
show
we can practice. So
how to start, and then we can stop after a
We may
while.
not do the full round, but
Yeah.
we can do few.
Right.
maybe 15 times.
Yeah, 10-15 times is good.
How we hold it and what we.
So, that is there, but it is, if you can't hold it, that's okay. You basically hold the beads between your middle finger and your thumb. You don't use this finger, because this finger is accusatory. You are the one. So generally this finger is considered, that's how I heard it. But, so you hold this, and then on each bead you say, before you start there is a mantra you should say.
We have that on the phone in case you want to
Yeah.
showcase that.
Jai Shri Krishna. And I can send this document
Yep.
to anybody.
Next attachment, prayers.
It's Lord Chaitanya's prayers. And Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, who actually inaugurated the chanting of the holy name. So we chant his names there. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So like that, so we chant this mantra one time before we start our round, and then we start with the Hare Krishna mantra. Okay. So let's do 15 times. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay, so we will now go to the next part.
Yeah, we can go to the next section. So we'll just quickly go through the spiritual edification section. Talks a little bit about our philosophy. We can again take quick turns to read that, and please pay close attention to that because there will be just some test of understanding in forms of questions. So you may look at that after we read this passage. Probably if you can go to the second. This is from the Science of Self-Realization. And Prabhuji, maybe you can initiate us.
Who are you? Who are you? Are you your body or your mind, or are you something higher? Do you know who you are, or do you merely think you know? And does it really matter? Our materialistic society, with its unenlightened leadership, has made it virtually taboo to inquire into our real higher self. Instead, we use our valuable time maintaining, decorating, and pampering the body for its own sake. Might there be an alternative? Maybe I can read more or...
Yes, sir. Yes.
This very important Krishna consciousness movement is meant to save human society from spiritual death. At present, human society is being misled by leaders who are blind, nor they do not know the aim and objective of human life, which is self-realization, and the re-establishment of our lost relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the missing point. The Krishna consciousness movement is trying to enlighten human society in this important matter. Okay, so how do we do?
Yeah, we can just again take
But is it a lot of things to read? Or
No, it's just one page.
One page,
So one page, so it should be quick. We can
Okay, so like that.
Yeah.
You want to read?
I can read it.
We are, or you want to read? Actually, we were going in a third.
According to the Vedic civilization, the perfection of life is to realize one's relationship with Krishna or God. In the Bhagavad Gita, which is accepted by all authorities in transcendental science as the basis of all Vedic knowledge, we understand that not only human beings, but all living entities are parts and parcels of God. The parts are meant for serving the whole, just as the legs, hands, fingers, and ears are meant for serving the total body. will living entities, being parts and parcel of God, are duty bound to serve Him?
Thank you.
Actually, our position is that we are always rendering service to someone, either to our family, country, or society. If we have no one to serve, sometimes we keep a pet cat or a dog and render service to it. All these factors prove that we are constitutionally mean to render service, yet, in spite of serving to the best of our ability, we are not satisfied, nor is the person to whom we are rendering the service satisfied. The material platform, everyone is frustrated. The reason for this is that the service being rendered is not the properly directed.
Thank you. Someone can go next. For example.
For example, if we want to render service to a tree, we must water the root. If we pour water on the leaves, branches, and twigs, their root will benefit. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead is served, all the other parts and parcels will be automatically satisfied. Consequently, all welfare activities as well as service to society, family, and nation are realized by serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Thank you. So now we don't need to explain all this. We can, if anybody has questions, we can answer that. But otherwise, we can straight away jump into that test of understanding in the next page. Yeah. So from what we read, first question is, what is the aim of life? Anybody can answer that from passage.
What is the aim of life?
I guess be a good person to serve people, and always if you do good, then good comes back to you. So I mean, every human being is a I believe like that every person has God. Everybody has Krishna inside you. So you have to treat all the living things, not including human beings, animals, all the living creatures, even trees or water, everything. You should consider these are the gifts of God which is given by Krishna, and you have to respect them, you have to love them. So you always be a good, whatever you do.
Thank you so much. This is very well explained by you, and Budhi, also your point is valid. Self-realization, and she also kind of explained that realizing your own self and realizing things, living entities around you, being conscious of all of that. Prabhuji, can add anything to that?
Go back to God, Krishna.
Yeah, so it's there is philanthropic activities which we do to help poor. We do charitable activities, like if somebody is in distress, that is very good activities. They are called punya karma. Punya karma, when you do punya, when you relieve others' suffering, when you relieve others' distress, when you are nice to everybody, then what happens? You get good things back in return. Right? If you do punya, if you do good, you get good in return. But the only thing is, you can get a nice body, nice situation in this world. You may be born very rich, in a rich family. You may be looking very good, very beautiful. These are the things. Janma, Aishwarya, Shuta, Shri. These four things come because of punya karma, and opposite comes because of papa karma. But even if you are rich and you are very beautiful, even if you have a lot of influence, you're learned, there is still a problem. The problem is, rich people also die, right? I mean, if you're rich, if you're beautiful, you still have to die. If you're educated, you still have to die. You still have to go through old age. You still have to go through disease. So many, and what is the other one? And you have to birth. Again, you have to take birth. Again, this material world.
Only death is certain.
Death is certain. But we as the soul, we don't die really. When we die, when we leave the body, the soul goes to another body. So if you have done good karma in this life, you get a nice situation in your next life. But in that life, again you come back into this material world, and again you have to go through the same problems of birth, death, old age and disease, no matter how rich you are, whatever. So there is difference between punya and bhakti. Bhakti is in relationship with the Supreme, Krishna. And you can help people by giving them Krishna, by giving this knowledge about Krishna consciousness. There is material welfare work and there is spiritual welfare work. Material welfare work is simply done on the body for the betterment of somebody's body or mind, like that. But spiritual welfare work is done for the soul, for the real person that is the soul. So that is the difference between punya. If you do bhakti to the Supreme Lord and you help others, you be nice to them, automatically when you do bhakti, all good qualities will develop in you. And you're kind, you're all these things. Like we don't eat meat. So it is like, because it is violence, it is violence to other living beings. So we see everybody as part of Krishna. And by connecting everybody to Krishna, if we have a common center, then there will be peace and harmony in the family and in the society and nation. But otherwise, there will be a lot of problems. So that is what the goal of life is, self-realization, to understand who you are, what is my relationship with God. And as in the previous slide it was mentioned, if you serve the whole, then the part automatically becomes nourished. Just like if my hand, it takes the food and puts it in the stomach.
Actually, I'll stop you there because that's one of our questions. So
Oh, okay. That's
sorry about that.
You're answering.
So we'll just go step by step. Sorry, Prabhuji.
So aim of life is to serve Krishna and spread the message of Krishna consciousness to others so that they can also become happy in their self-realization.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful explanation. So that leads us into our second question, which is, what is the Krishna consciousness movement trying to do then? From what we read again, it was in the passage. Anybody remembers anything on that?
Ankit remembers. What are we trying to do in the Krishna consciousness?
Awaken the people's mind.
Awaken.
Like 6 stages so that they can realize the purpose of life.
Any other thoughts from anyone? It's very nice, Srikanto. Thank you. What the passage says is the Krishna consciousness movement is trying to save people from a spiritual death. Because the leaders are blind, nobody's telling you about what the real purpose of life is. So Krishna consciousness movement is coming together to help us understand this real objective of life and spreading across, and that's how it is saving us from that spiritual death. Material death nobody can avoid, but spiritual death definitely, with the efforts of Srila Prabhupada and the acharyas in his current lineage are helping us avoid. So and you all can add to that. Sorry, I just said what I.
And the other thing wrong is that despite so much technological advancement, there is people in stress, right? So many people are going to psychiatrists. Big stress and anxiety. There is so much opulence in America, but people are stressed out. Why? Why there is no happiness? That is because we have neglected the needs of the soul. So that is why there is so much confusion, people suicides, and so many things happen. Correct? You agree?
Yes.
And I think that also kind of explains the next question from understanding what is wrong with our materialistic society. I think we kind of covered that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
already covered.
We already covered that. And then what does the Vedic civilization say about the perfection of life? And if you don't know what was given in the passage, maybe you can share your own understanding of what the purpose of life is about as per Vedic civilization.
So
sorry, the perfection of life.
I guess this is the way which I feel like if you have peace in your mind, if you have a good state of mind, then that is the only, because everything controls by your mind,
Yeah.
your attitude towards your life. So if you feel like that you are just, you are come in this world and with some purpose, like, God sent you with some purpose and to live your life, to help people, to help others, to treat like, this is also a child of God and I'm also a child of God.
Yeah.
So, you need to lead people and hand in hand together and go ahead in your life. And whatever, as I said, earlier, death is certain. Even birth is not certain, but death is certain.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha.
yeah, I mean, it's
For
like,
one who is born, death is certain, and for one who has died, birth is certain. Of course, we don't see it happening.
Yeah.
That's why you're saying.
yeah. So I mean, the Vedic, the Vedic literature and civilization help you to know about your purpose, to know about your life, to how to can get your peace of your mind, so you can live your life peacefully, happily, without any stress, because you can't avoid stress. If you're living in this era, 21st century, you can't avoid. You have so many things in your life, in your society. So the only way is to get peace, just to go, to learn yourself, how to go come closer to your Almighty, the Supreme. So this is the only, that is the only place, where you can get peace, where you can get the solution of your questions. So just go closer by the, on your God, Krishna. So, and you can get all your answers by chanting Him and by asking questions.
Yeah, I think this is very beautifully explained, because that's what in other words, the passage says the same thing, that for the Vedic civilization says that about the perfection of life is to re-establish that lost relationship that we have with Krishna. So you said that, connecting with the Almighty,
Right.
and, so knowing about Him. So that's the other way of saying it. That is okay.
Yeah. So we go to the next question.
We can go to the next one, and then this is for
We
you.
will end in a few minutes. So
Yeah, we'll just end in a few minutes. This is just towards the end. Why is it necessary to serve God, and what example illustrates this? Again, why is it necessary to serve God? And there was an example given in the passage which kind of illustrated the same point.
Because if you serve the whole, then all the parts get satisfied.
Correct.
So the example was of the tree,
Yes.
the leaves, and if we are watering the tree, we need to. If we water the root, then the entire tree gets nourished. But if we are watering only the leaves or the branches, the entire tree possibly is not getting nourished.
Yeah.
And I think in that respect, Sindhu was trying to give that example
Yeah.
of the. You want to say, or I should say?
Prabhuji, you can.
So okay.
Sorry, I stopped you when you were
so
saying
like,
that.
I think it was there in the passage also.
Yes,
that
yes,
in
yes,
our
yes.
body we have different limbs and senses. So one time our Prabhupada said the story. He said, the hand, the legs, they went on strike. We are thinking, we are working hard. The legs are saying, I'm going everywhere, and the hands are saying, I'm picking the food, and the stomach is doing nothing. It is enjoying. So the hand and legs, they said, we will not go to where food is. And the hand said, I will not pick up the food and put it in the mouth and go to the stomach. Then what happened? After some time, again they had a conference and they said, we are not feeling that strong. What's going on? These legs are saying, I'm not feeling that strong. My hands are also saying, I'm feeling weak. Then they figured out, oh, because we are not feeding the stomach, we are not getting our strength. We are not getting our strength because we have stopped feeding the stomach. So similarly, the part of the body is meant to serve the body. So if we serve the Supreme Whole, Krishna, then we will get spiritual strength. But if we disconnect from the service to the Lord, then we will have all kinds of problems. We will feel weak. We will feel all kinds of anxiety. All kinds of problems will come. And so this is what this is showing, right?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji, again for highlighting that. I think the next question we kind of already covered. Prabhuji already explained that how can we perfectly serve and satisfy everyone in this world, and why is it not possible to do it in any other way? Like Prabhuji explained about that punya karma, and how that philanthropic work and this bhakti, how they are different, and how it is not possible just to help someone by like somebody is hungry, and Prabhuji can maybe talk about that. So instead of just feeding their belly, if we
Yeah,
can,
so instead of giving them just food, we give them prasad, because it connects them with Krishna. Because difference between food and giving somebody prasad is different. Because prasad is offered to Krishna. So in our ISKCON, we don't, generally in our Hindu tradition, prasad means some shakkar, and a little bit, some white thing, what is that they call it?
Mishri.
Mishri.
Yeah.
But in ISKCON, whatever we eat, we offer to Krishna. So our whole lunch is offered to Krishna. We'll have some prasad after this. So not little bit, but we'll have pasta prasad. So whatever we eat, we offer to Krishna. So if you want to help somebody, then you offer prasad, Krishna prasad. Connect that person to Krishna. Prabhupada gave a nice story in this example, in this regard. There was once the son of a very rich man. And what happened is that this son quarreled with his father and he left his home. He left his home and he went into the street. So now he was roaming in the street, he was going far to different cities. One man saw him and said, "Hey, your clothes are not very good. Let me give you a fresh set of clothes. Your clothes are dirty." So he gave him some fresh set of clothes. He went a little bit ahead. He was hungry. Somebody said, "I can give you some food. Take some food." Then he ate some food. Then he went ahead. He was loitering. A third person came along and he said, "Hey, you have unnecessarily left your father. He's a rich person. He can take care of all your needs." He convinced him to go back to his father. So he went back to his father. All the three people helped this person. But who rendered the best help? The last one. Because he connected him to his father. Similarly, if we connect to our Supreme Father Krishna, he can solve all our problems. My food problem, my health. There will be some problems. It's not like that if we become Krishna conscious. But our problems are coming from our past life also, past karma. And karma is coming because of somebody is giving us the karma. Karma is not happening on its own. Somebody is controlling the karma. Just like in India, you have traffic laws, but if there is no policeman, the traffic laws are there, but there is nobody to enforce the law, right? So somebody is enforcing the law, and that law is being enforced by the Supreme Lord. And if he wants, he can change your karma for you. In the Bhagavad Gita 18.66, Krishna says, "Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami ma suchara." If you surrender to me, I will remove all your papa, don't worry. So this is actually the best part of Krishna consciousness, is that by connecting with Krishna, then all our problems will ultimately be solved, because we will not come into this material existence again. We will go back after this material existence. We will go to our original home, Golok Vrindavan. We'll go to our original home. Then there is no more job problem. There is no more coronavirus problem. There is no more. And what will we do there? We'll have an enjoyable life. It's not like moksha. Sometimes people say, "Why, you're just not doing nothing." It is not like that. Who likes to be just doing nothing? You like to just sit, hold it, Ankit? You want to do something, right? Nobody likes to sit just. So in the spiritual world, there is a lot of activity with the Supreme Lord and his devotees, and it is a very fun place. We all like to go to fun place. So Krishna is inviting in that place, the Golok Dham. But we are saying, no, I'm good, all right. I'm good. I'm trying to do my own thing here. So it's going on like that. Every life we try some things. But when we connect to Krishna, we can do all our activities, but connected to Krishna. Then, like we have a house, so we are using the house. TV can be used to see movies, but we are using it now. I never saw a movie, so it's not like that. But you can use it to do so many things. But we are using it for Krishna. So everything is.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you so much again. Sorry, maybe if you're trying to go a little fast in the interest of time because the time. So we'll just wrap it up with this final question, and we'll, put it in one for all of us, or especially those who are visiting us for the first time. That have you attended any other self-realization program so far? And you can share your experiences, and also which part of today's program did you like very much and why? So just kind of answer all of that at once, especially those who have come for the first time. This will help us, serve you, and we'll take that feedback.
So for me, like, not so far. This is first time.
This is the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like the part, like this last part, like reading and understanding. Especially I read part the glories like this mantra from Bhagavad Gita, and I explain it.
Will you come again?
Of course.
Thank you so much, Krishna.
I haven't attended, like, you said, like, self-realization programs. So I haven't attended, like, something like self-realization, but yeah, I have attended so many, like, Bhagavad Gita, Quran, and, like, 7 days program. Because when I was in India, my whole family is, they all devoted to Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
So through that program, I have attended so many kirtan, satsang, but I haven't, attended any self-realization specific program. And which part of this program I like? I mean, I like almost everything, but the chanting thing I like very much because it gives you a vibration in your head.
Nice.
And that vibration, calm and peace in your mind, and which is the best thing I think. Peace is everything for me. So I like when you chant, your mind attracts these things and keeps you calmness in the mind. So that is the most peaceful thing. And if you can chanting in alone in a lonely place, it sounds to me a meditation.
Yep.
So that is the very best part.
Oh, that is so beautiful and so sorry. No, you go ahead.
So, like if you talk about self-realization, not especially related to ISKCON, but I read lot of books like Bhagavad Gita and other Purana, Veda, and Bhagavad Katha, and try to understand whatever I can learn, but not especially with ISKCON.
Thank you both for sharing your wonderful realizations. This is so practical also.
We are basically from, I'm sorry to...
No, you're good.
We are from Mathura, so we know about the Gokul Dham and
Yes.
Vrindavan and Braj.
I used to go to various ashrama
Yeah,
and
so...
attend their sit and listen to various santa.
Right, there is a ISKCON temple in Vrindavan.
Yep.
So yeah, we used to go over there, even in almost all the holy temples like Vrindavan,
Yep.
Hare temple,
Right.
Gokul Dham, and Braj and Vrindavan.
I think I visited all.
Yeah. So I mean, we know about the ISKCON things.
Sure.
Because there's if you enter in ISKCON temple, whole 24, I mean, every time you just listen the chanting thing, and this is ultimate. It's awesome
Yeah.
to listen these things, all over the music, and everything is very nice.
No, thank you so much for your wonderful feedback. And yes, what you said is so practical. Also, chanting does help you, calm your mind, and now especially since you have the beats, you can practice on your own. Again, the same process just as we did today, starting with that Panchatattva mantra. If you need that, we can text it to you, but you can use that and you can chant that, and then you can start with Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Start with one round as Prabhuji recommended if you cannot spend that time.
In morning, I have to start my work very early in the morning, around 5:30. So 5:30 or 6 o'clock. So honestly speaking, I don't get so much time to chant and all these things, just because this busy thing.
Sure.
Otherwise, but every day, I do around in the morning 10 or 10:30 or 11 something. I do just mantras like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and in the every evening I do like the chanting and Hare Krishna and all. And I used to read not every day, but almost whenever I get time. Whenever my son he is going to daycare, otherwise I used to read Bhagavad Gita.
Very nice.
So this is the one thing I.
That is so beautiful. You're doing so nice. Thank you again for sharing your experiences. Shrikant Prabhu, if I can ask you, maybe you can just complete our conversation for today. Just sharing your thoughts on any previous experiences and about today's program.
Like I do attend so many meditation programs
Mm-hmm.
and silence program with Art of Living Foundation.
Okay.
And there are some Bhagavad Gita lessons every Tuesday with other teams.
Sure.
I do have knowledge on the Bhagavad Gita Kirtan and some of the Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Kriya Yoga. So
Nice.
I have little bit knowledge. And coming to this one, the first ISKCON gatherings for me. And I love the chanting part most.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again.
Keep coming.
Yes.
Will you 5 minutes keep?
It's up to you.
And then get ready for
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare
Just a quick thing, Prabhuji, if you don't mind. So, I also learned from Krishna Prabhu. Preeti ji, your grandfather, right? So he passed away from this world yesterday. So if we can offer the result of today's prayers and the spiritual merit derived from today's assembly to our grandfather, so and we all pray for their well-being. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Before that, do we want a group photo?
Okay, Hari Bol.
Come. Hey, go.
Priyansh.